follow us on our different social media handles. The link for all our social media handles will be provided below in the chat boxes for many more upcoming events which would be beneficial for you guys. And later on, a good number of feedbacks would be asked from you guys. We would really appreciate if you would give us your feedback so we can make sure we work hard to serve you. I guess we will wait a few more minutes till others join. I guess I shall begin now. As you guys are already familiar, Political Science Club has done and is doing a number of interesting webinars. For example, effects of pandemic on Indian foreign relations, research methodology, and the most recent one, Start From Here, Political Science. These were some of the webinars done by Political Science Club. So for many such upcoming events and webinars, you can follow us on our different social media handles. You can check all of the links provided below in the chat box. Kindly mute yourselves. Kindly mute yourselves and turn off your cameras so we may proceed without any further delay. Greetings everyone, I am Ritba, your moderator for this webinar representing Political Science Club. As you guys are already familiar with this topic, I believe what a number of webinars lack is interesting and interactive sessions. So we, as Club of Political Science, we make sure that our webinars are a little bit more interesting and a little bit more interactive. So for that, I actually have a little bit task for all of you. Audience, I hope you guys interact with us and I hope you guys give your answers to it. My dear club members, you can also hop in. I'm not leaving you behind. Have you ever dreamt or imagined yourselves to be studying abroad? The comment box is open. You can type yes if you have, and if you haven't, kindly think about it. By the way, you can use hand raised emojis as well. I will be counting my yes as well. Nice, I see a good number of responses. All right, everyone. You may stop there. I can see there are many more people who are interested in this. By
Ma'am,
the way,
what are you saying, ma'am? I'm not understanding.
kindly mute yourself, Mr.
Could you
Gulzarwar.
repeat again, ma'am?
All
Can you
right.
repeat again? Yes.
Can you kindly mute yourselves? Kindly mute yourselves, guys. I was saying that if you ever want to study abroad, have you ever
Yes.
thought about studying abroad? Kindly mute yourself, Mr. Sumit. Otherwise, it will be very unfortunate that we would have to remove you from this. Have you ever wondered or have you ever dreamt to study abroad? And if you have, you can type a yes in the chat box. That's what I was saying.
Okay, ma'am.
Kindly mute yourselves and don't dare to unmute again. Otherwise, we'd have to remove you. I hope this is understood from your side.
Yes,
I
yes.
will give you a situation now. And I hope, like for people who have already said a yes, I hope you might have already thought about these kinds of situations in your life. This is quite easy for the people who have already said yes. Shall I begin now? I guess I should because I do not want to wait you guys more. So here is the situation. Can we have the drum rolls? Imagine yourselves in abroad, walking on the paths of your dream universities, studying in libraries, having friends from all different worlds. Having friends from all different worlds, just like somebody said, friends from Middle East and whatnot. These are the only things I could come up with right now. But try to think about all of the other things you wish you have in your dream universities. Are you imagining? I hope you are imagining this kind of situation. Try to think about a situation, your dream universities, where you would study what you want to study. Imagine. I hope you guys are imagining. Guys, are you imagining? I would assume you are. Alright, come back to reality. Quickly jump back to reality because that's not something I actually wanted to talk about. There is much more I wanted to talk about. So, how does it feel to talk about or to think about or to dream about your favorite universities? How does it feel? Amazing, right? I know I am talking on behalf of everybody else, but I guess you all would agree. It does feel amazing. Thank you for the responses though. It's really appreciable on your side. Coming back, so how to turn your dreams into realities? How to get selected for top universities? How to get scholarships at the first place? Where to start? And the most important question, how to prepare? To find answers to all of these questions, Political Science Club came across a person who in true sense turned his dreams into realities, an alumnus of Aligarh Muslim University. Well, you see, students of Aligarh Muslim University, that's a plus point for sure, because this person definitely is aware about the curriculum and co-curricular activities of Aligarh Muslim University. Coming back, this person is also a Commonwealth scholar, completed their masters from University of Bath, a senior researcher currently working at Statcom Consulting. And this person I welcome is none other than Dr. Riyad Azam. Dr. Riyad Azam, I welcome you on behalf of my club members and all the audience. And thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Sir, as you're already aware about the topic, you may take the floor. In the meantime, audience and club members, for any such queries or doubts or questions, the chat box will remain open because we will be having a question answer session soon. So kindly look forward to it, and we hope you guys can get all of your answers so you guys can achieve your dreams. Mr. Riyad Azam, you may take the floor now.
Thank you very much, Irat. For some reason, I'm unable to open my camera. Good evening, Assalamu alaikum. I'll speak in a mix of English and Hindustani. तो मैं basically UK और यूरोप के यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के बारे में आप लोगों को बताऊंगा. I'll speak to you about the how to apply, how to prepare your applications, which are the scholarships that are there, and after that, अगर आपको कुछ भी questions पूछने हो, I'm open to taking your questions. So first of all, I'm guessing most of you are undergrad students, so I'll talk about applying to postgraduate programs for your masters, and so let's start. So first thing that you need to keep in mind while applying abroad is that you have to prepare very well ahead in time while you are applying abroad. आपको काफी पहले से इसकी तैयारी करनी पड़ेगी जब भी आप बाहर अप्लाई करने का सोचते हैं. All right. So what is the first thing that you have to do? The first thing that you need to do is to work on your English communication skills. Okay. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि आपको बहुत शानदार अंग्रेजी आनी चाहिए. The point that I'm trying to make is आपको जो भी बात कहनी हो वो अंग्रेजी में अच्छी तरह से आप लिख और बोल पाए, इतना आप लोग ensure कीजिए. So please work on your English communication skills because that is very important when you are applying abroad as well as when you go on to study there. Now, I actually wanted to make a PPT presentation, but unfortunately I didn't have the time. So I'll try typing out the things. So for studying in UK or any European country or any English speaking country for that matter, except for the US, you have to appear for a test which is called the IEL. I'm typing on the chat box. It's the IELTS test. All right. You have to appear for this test. This test is taken for judging your English ability. Okay, and this test is taken out of a score of 9, and you are given a half band or a full band score. So let's say out of 9 you score 6.5, so that is a half band score. If you get 7, it's a full band score. So अगर 0.5 समथिंग आपका स्कोर है तो उसको हाफ बैंड स्कोर कहा जाता है, और अगर होल नंबर है तो उसको फुल बैंड स्कोर कहा जाता है. So most universities will request an IELTS score minimum of 6.5 IELTS score is required. Okay, there are some universities which can demand more, but this is the minimum that most universities will ask from you. All right. After you have finished appearing for your IELTS exam, then you have to start applying to the master's programs. So how do you do that? Can I share the screen?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay, thank you. So I'm sharing my screen. Let's say you people want to study a MA Political Science program. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. Just give me a second. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's say you want to study MA Political Science at University of Bristol. University of Bristol is an university in England. Okay. So I go to Google. Okay. I go to Google. So I'm opening Google. And then what I do there is on the search bar, I type MA Political Science, University of Bristol. Okay. So Bristol unfortunately doesn't have a political science program. It has an international relations program. So I can show you that. So you open this. It takes you directly to the course program. Okay. So this is an MSc International Relations program. Please don't worry कि इसमें MSc क्यों लिखा हुआ है, हम लोग तो आर्ट्स के स्टूडेंट हैं. Don't worry about this naming. बाहर की यूनिवर्सिटीज में अलग नेमिंग प्रोसीजर होता है. So don't worry if it's called MSc or anything. Just look at the course. So MSc International Relations is your program. तो यहाँ पे जाके पहले आप प्रोग्राम ओवरव्यू देखेंगे. This will give you a brief idea of your course. Then you have your tuition fees and all that funding. The main thing that you have to look at is your program structure. Here they will tell you what are the, so you can visit the program catalog. You click on the program catalog. So if you open the program catalog, it will show you what are the various modules that you are going to study here. So you have international security, theories of international relations, international political economy, global civil society, etc., etc. तो यहाँ से आपको आइडिया हो जाएगा कि जो आप कोर्स पढ़ने जा रहे हैं उस यूनिवर्सिटी में, उस कोर्स में आप लोगों को क्या क्या पेपर्स पढ़ाया जाएगा, क्या क्या स्पेशलाइजेशन होगा, एग्जाम्स कैसे लिए जाएंगे, डिसर्टेशन कैसे होगा, कोई इंटर्नशिप अपॉर्चुनिटीज है या नहीं. तो ये सारी इंफॉर्मेशन आपको यहाँ पे यूनिवर्सिटी की वेबसाइट पे मिल जाएगी. ऑलराइट. सो वंस यू डू दैट, you select the universities that you want to apply to. Okay, तो आप 5 से 6 यूनिवर्सिटीज आप select कर लीजिए where you want to study. All right. Please आप लोग एक डॉक्यूमेंट पे या एक नोटबुक पे आप अपने selections को नोट डाउन करते जाइए. You should be very well prepared. ठीक है. एक आपने नोटबुक बना लिया, वहां पे आप एक कॉलम बनाइए कि आप MA पॉलिटिकल साइंस ब्रिस्टल से पढ़ना चाहते हैं, MA इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस लीड्स से पढ़ना चाहते हैं, सो यू शुड हैव ऑल दीज इंफॉर्मेशन विथ यू। तो ये आपका प्रिलिमिनरी प्रिपरेशन होगा। Now when you are applying to the courses, the first thing that you have to write for your application is called a statement of purpose. Again, I am typing on the chat, statement of purpose, जिसको short में SOP भी कहा जाता है, ठीक है? This is the most important document that is required when you apply to master's degree or PhD or undergraduate program. This is something that is a very important component of your application, which you have to write while applying to any course. Okay. So what are the things that you have to write in your statement of purpose? So the first point that I'm writing it point wise on the chat. So the first thing that you need to write in your statement of purpose is give a brief background about yourself. Okay, that is the first point that you write in your SOP. Give a brief background. So tell why you are inspired in applying to this course, why you want to study political science, or why you want to study international relations. Then second point, talk about what you have studied till now. Okay, talk about what you have studied till now. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आप बिल्कुल स्कूल के टाइम से ही बताना शुरू कर दे। अगर आप मास्टर्स डिग्री के लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हैं तो आप बताइए आप आपने अपने ग्रेजुएशन में क्या पढ़ा है। अगर आप PhD के लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हैं तो आप अपने मास्टर्स डिग्री में क्या पढ़ा है वो बताइए। जिस डिग्री के लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हैं उससे ठीक पहले जो डिग्री आपने पढ़ा है उसमें आपने क्या पढ़ाई की है, दैट इज समथिंग यू हैव टू टॉक अबाउट इन योर SOP. ठीक है, so talk about what you have studied till now. Then write what are the major things that you have learned till now in your degree. So let's say you studied BA in political science, so you have to write what are the major things that you learned in your BA degree. Okay, आपने क्या courses पढ़े, क्या modules पढ़ा, क्या प्रोजेक्ट वर्क किया, ठीक है, क्या कोर्स वर्क किया, व्हाट आर द मेन थिंग्स दैट यू हैव लर्नड. नेक्स्ट इज टॉक अबाउट व्हाई यू वांट टू स्टडी द मास्टर्स कोर्स इन दिस यूनिवर्सिटी. सो लेट्स से आप इंग्लैंड के यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ ब्रिस्टल में MA पॉलिटिकल साइंस के लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, तो आपको यहाँ पे बताना होगा कि क्यों आप उसी यूनिवर्सिटी से MA करना चाहते हैं. What is it about that university and about that course that has attracted you to apply to that course. ठीक है, ये लिखते हुए आपको एक बात ध्यान में रखनी है कि you should not say कि because this university has a very good ranking or this department has a very good ranking. Please do not write these things. Okay, मैंने जैसा दिखाया अभी थोड़ी देर पहले स्क्रीन शेयर करके कि you should talk about what is the course module, what are the specializations that they are offering, उस यूनिवर्सिटी के लाइब्रेरी फैसिलिटीज कैसे हैं, या उस यूनिवर्सिटी का कोई पर्टिकुलर प्रोफेसर है जिसके काम से आप बहुत इन्फ्लुएंस्ड हैं, जिनके अंडर आप काम करना चाहते हैं. Is there any internship opportunity that excites you? So talk about the course. Okay, the application assessors should understand that you have researched about the course very well. तो जब आप ये जो फोर्थ पॉइंट मैंने चैट पे लिखा है कि टॉक अबाउट व्हाई यू वांट टू स्टडी द मास्टर्स कोर्स इन दिस यूनिवर्सिटी, इस पॉइंट पे आप उस कोर्स के बारे में ज्यादा से ज्यादा बातें कीजिए. इट शुड कम आउट दैट यू हैव रिसर्च्ड अबाउट द कोर्स वेरी वेल. ओके, देन fifth point that you should add in your SOP is talk about why you want to study in that country. Okay? Let's say आप इंग्लैंड में अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, फ्रांस में अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, US में अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, तो उस कंट्री में ही आप क्यों पढ़ना चाहते हैं उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा आपको लिखना पड़ेगा. Then point number 6 is talk about your short term and long term career plans and how the course will help you achieving them. Okay. लास्ट सेक्शन जो होता है आपके एसओपी का, उसमें आप अपनी शॉर्ट टर्म एंड लॉन्ग टर्म करियर प्लान्स के बारे में बताते हैं. So short term career plans means 5 years after, till 5 years you have completed that course, and long term means more than 5 years you have completed the course. तो मान लीजिए आप 2022 में वो कोर्स खत्म करेंगे, तो 2027 तक आपके करियर प्लान्स क्या है, एंड 2027 के तो वो आपके शॉर्ट टर्म करियर प्लान्स होंगे. 2027 के बाद आपकी क्या करियर प्लान्स है, वो आपके लॉन्ग टर्म करियर प्लान्स होंगे. सो यू शुड टॉक अबाउट योर शॉर्ट टर्म एंड लॉन्ग टर्म करियर प्लान्स एंड ऑल्सो टेल कि जिस कोर्स के लिए आप अप्लाई कर रहे हो, वो कोर्स आपको ये करियर प्लान्स अचीव करने में कैसे हेल्प करेगी. ओके. सो योर एसओपी इज यूजुअली 500 to 1000 words. Okay. And this is the most important component of your application. तो आप जिस भी यूनिवर्सिटी में अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, अप्लाई करने से पहले आप अपने एसओपी बहुत अच्छे से लिखिए. उसको प्लीज गेट इट राइट एंड रीराइट इट. उसको रीराइट कीजिए प्लीज. उसको किसी और से एडिट करवाइए. प्लीज चेक देयर आर नो स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक्स, देयर इज नो रॉन्ग ग्रामर, देयर इज नो टाइपो. Okay, so you should edit your SOP properly before submitting it for the final time. Okay, so remember that SOP is the most important component of your application, and these are the things that you have to mention in your SOP. Okay, now let's talk about the other part of our application, which is the scholarships. Now, as you would probably know कि बाहर पढ़ने के खर्चे बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं, and for most of us it is not possible to afford that much of money. That's why you have scholarships. There are a lot of scholarships to study in England and in various European countries. मैं यहाँ पे उन scholarships का नाम लिख दे रहा हूँ. If you just go to Google and search about them, you will find the information about those scholarships. So पहले मैं इंग्लैंड के स्कॉलरशिप्स के बारे में लिख देता हूँ. योर फर्स्ट स्कॉलरशिप इज कॉमनवेल्थ शेयर्ड स्कॉलरशिप. नेक्स्ट स्कॉलरशिप इज चीवनिंग स्कॉलरशिप. नेक्स्ट स्कॉलरशिप इज एलिक्स स्कॉलरशिप. द फोर्थ स्कॉलरशिप इज INLACS scholarship. Okay, all these 4 scholarships are for studying in England. अगर आप सिर्फ इनके नाम गूगल करेंगे, आपको इनके बारे में सारी इंफॉर्मेशन मिल जाएगी. You won't have any problem. All you have to do is use your internet and use your Google. चीवनिंग स्कॉलरशिप के बारे में एक मैं इंफॉर्मेशन बता देता हूँ कि जब आप चीवनिंग स्कॉलरशिप का वेबसाइट देखेंगे, you will find that it has a condition that the applicant should have 2 years of work experience. तो बहुत लोग वो 2 years of work experience देख के अप्लाई नहीं करते हैं. वो सोचते हैं कि मैंने तो कोई जॉब किया ही नहीं है, तो मैं कैसे अप्लाई करूंगा. So you have to keep in mind that the 2 years work experience that Chevening scholarship asks is not a full-time job experience. कोई full-time job नहीं होना चाहिए. आपने जैसे आप लोग ये पॉलिटिकल साइंस क्लब के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, तो इस तरह का कोई आपके कॉलेज क्लब के लिए आपने काम किया हो, किसी एनजीओ के साथ आपने कोई सोशल वर्क किया हो, ठीक है, कहीं पे आपने कोई पार्ट टाइम जॉब किया हो, ठीक है, इस तरह का कोई भी चीज अगर है तो वो सारी चीजें आप इसमें डाल सकते हैं. इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी टू हैव अ फुल टाइम जॉब. ये चीवनिंग स्कॉलरशिप के बारे में मैं कह रहा हूँ, बाकी स्कॉलरशिप में ऐसा कोई कंडीशन नहीं है. ठीक है, सो दीज आर द स्कॉलरशिप्स फॉर स्टडीइंग इन इंग्लैंड. अब मैं दूसरे कंट्रीज में, पहले मैं सारे स्कॉलरशिप्स का नाम बता दूं, फिर उनमें कैसे अप्लाई करना है वो बताता हूँ. देन आई एम गिविंग यू स्कॉलरशिप्स फॉर स्टडीइंग इन different other European countries. For France, you have number 1 Charpak scholarship. Then you have Eiffel scholarship. Okay. Okay. These two are the major ones for France. For Germany, you have DAAD scholarship. Okay. And
Excuse me,
there, yes.
sir. This scholarship provide only for political science students, sir.
No, it is for any course. You can apply to any course. I'll talk about these scholarships in detail. पहले मैं सिर्फ नाम लिख देता हूँ, फिर I'll tell you about these scholarships in detail. So then you have DART scholarship for Germany, and there are 3 universities which are very good, especially for students of political science, sociology, and anthropology, and this. And I would really request you कि आप लोग मास्टर्स लेवल में इन यूनिवर्सिटीज में जरूर अप्लाई कीजिए और इनकी अपनी स्कॉलरशिप है. व्हाट आर दीज यूनिवर्सिटीज? वन इज सेंट्रल यूरोपियन यूनिवर्सिटी. This is in Vienna, Austria, and it has its own scholarship. Okay. Then you have Graduate Institute, which is in Geneva, Switzerland. Again, this has its own scholarship. Then you have European University Institute. This is in Italy. I don't remember which city it is in. Again, this has its own scholarship. And there is one more in Paris. It's called École Sciences Politiques. This is a French word which means School of Political Science. Okay. This is in Paris, and it has its own scholarship. Okay. This one, School of Political Science, which is in Paris, is a very reputed यूनिवर्सिटी. बहुत ही शानदार यूनिवर्सिटी है, और खासकर जो लोग पॉलिटिकल साइंस, सोशियोलॉजी, इकोनॉमिक्स, एंथ्रोपोलॉजी इस तरह के सब्जेक्ट के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, मैं उन लोगों को खासकर रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप लोग जरूर इस यूनिवर्सिटी में अप्लाई कीजिए. बहुत ही अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी है ये, एंड इसकी अपनी स्कॉलरशिप होती है. ठीक है. सो प्लीज डू. इसका फ्रेंच में आपको नाम टाइप करना होगा गूगल में, विच इज École Sciences Politiques, विच इन इंग्लिश मीन्स स्कूल ऑफ पॉलिटिकल साइंस. ठीक है. इसको फ्रेंच नाम से अगर आप गूगल में, आप लोगों को स्क्रीन शेयर करके दिखा देता हूँ. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, so I'll show it to you on Google. So École Sciences Politiques. Okay. So I'm typing it in Google. It is also called Sciences Po. This is your university. इसका फ्रेंच और इंग्लिश दोनों में वेबसाइट्स है, तो आप इंग्लिश सिलेक्ट कर लीजिएगा तो आपको इसका इंग्लिश वेबसाइट दिख जाएगा. ठीक है. जस्ट क्लिक ऑन इंग्लिश. ठीक है. दिस इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट यूनिवर्सिटीज फॉर पॉलिटिकल साइंस एंड सोशियोलॉजी एंड इकोनॉमिक्स. तो आप इसके एजुकेशन सेक्शन में जाइए, ग्रेजुएट स्टडीज में जाइए, जहाँ पे आपको मास्टर्स सारे प्रोग्राम्स मिल जाएंगे. ठीक है. सो what are the graduate programs? यहाँ पे master's degree programs click कीजिए. So you have master in public policy, masters in European affairs, master in international security, international governance and diplomacy, okay, human rights and humanitarian action, journalism, law के कई सारे programs हैं, management के programs हैं. तो मान लीजिए मुझे international governance and diplomacy इस कोर्स में मुझे इंटरेस्ट है, तो इसमें अगर मैं क्लिक करूंगा ये नया वेब पेज खुलेगा. तो यू कैन फाइंड ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन हियर अबाउट द कोर्स, एवरीथिंग, सब कुछ आपको मिल जाएगी. ये प्रोग्राम स्ट्रक्चर बहुत अच्छे से आप लोग देखेंगे. ठीक है. आई ऑलवेज रिक्वेस्ट यू कि आप कोई भी कोर्स के बारे में देख रहे हैं तो उसका प्रोग्राम स्ट्रक्चर बहुत अच्छे से देखिए, और ये जो सेक्शन है स्कॉलरशिप्स एंड फाइनेंशियल एड्स, इसको बहुत अच्छे से देखिए. तो इससे क्या हो जाएगा, प्रोग्राम स्ट्रक्चर पढ़ के आप उस कोर्स के बारे में बहुत अच्छे से इंफॉर्मेशन पा जाएंगे. एंड इफ यू लुक एट स्कॉलरशिप्स एंड फाइनेंशियल एड्स, यू विल बी एबल टू फाइंड आउट what funding and scholarship is available. Okay. So I will really urge you to apply to this university. Okay. दिस इज इन पेरिस, अ वेरी प्रेस्टिजियस यूनिवर्सिटी, और यहाँ से अगर आपने पढ़ाई की तो इंशाल्लाह you'll have very good career opportunities for yourself. Okay, so what do I mean by own scholarship? Own scholarship मतलब उस यूनिवर्सिटी की अपनी स्कॉलरशिप है, और बाकी जो मैंने ऊपर स्कॉलरशिप्स लिखी है, दे आर गिवन बाय द रेस्पेक्टिव गवर्नमेंट्स. ओके, एंड एक और स्कॉलरशिप है विच इज अवेलेबल फॉर स्टडिंग ऑल अक्रॉस यूरोप. ओके, यूरोप के सारे यूनिवर्सिटीज में पढ़ने के लिए वो स्कॉलरशिप मिलती है. दैट स्कॉलरशिप इज कॉल्ड इरास्मस मंडस. इरास्मस मंडस स्कॉलरशिप. और इस स्कॉलरशिप की एक अच्छी बात ये है कि इसमें जो आपको जो अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलता है, सो मान लीजिए आपको एमए पॉलिटिकल साइंस के लिए इरास्मस मंडस स्कॉलरशिप मिल गया, तो 4 सेमेस्टर्स होते हैं मास्टर्स में. तो ऐसा होगा कि आप एक सेमेस्टर आपने फ्रांस में पढ़ाई की, दूसरा सेमेस्टर आपने इटली में पढ़ाई की, तीसरा सेमेस्टर आपने जर्मनी में पढ़ाई की, चौथा सेमेस्टर आप स्पेन में पढ़ाई की. तो यू हैव एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू स्टडी ऑल योर सेमेस्टर्स एट डिफरेंट यूनिवर्सिटीज विद दिस इरास्मस मंडस स्कॉलरशिप. तो आपको अलग अलग एनवायरनमेंट में पढ़ने का मौका मिलता है, अलग अलग प्रोफेसर्स के अंडर पढ़ने का मौका मिलता है. मेरे इंग्लैंड के एक दोस्त अभी इस स्कॉलरशिप में अपना सेकंड मास्टर्स डिग्री कर रहे हैं. तो ही डिड हिज फर्स्ट मास्टर्स डिग्री, ही डिड हिज फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर इन बेल्जियम, then for the second semester he went to Spain, third semester mein he is going to Germany. So this is also a very good scholarship and you should definitely look at these scholarships. ये जो सारे scholarships के मैंने नाम लिखे, यूनिवर्सिटीज के नाम लिखे, if you just type it on Google you will find all the information about them. Now let's come to the next part, how to apply to these scholarships. ठीक है, स्कॉलरशिप एप्लीकेशन में जो सबसे मेन एलिमेंट होता है वो है there would be around 4 to 5 questions in your scholarship applications, जिसमें around 500 words में जिसमें आपको आंसर देने हैं. एंड जो क्वेश्चंस होते हैं वो सारे स्कॉलरशिप में मोर और लेस सेम होता है. वो क्या है कि why do you want to, so एक क्वेश्चन रहेगा how will you be able to contribute to your home country आफ्टर स्टडिंग ऑन दिस स्कॉलरशिप. तो वो आपसे जानना चाहेगा कि हम आपको ये जो स्कॉलरशिप दे रहे हैं, इतना पैसा दे रहे हैं, तो आप इस पैसे से हमारे यहाँ यूनिवर्सिटी में आके पढ़ाई करके वापस अपने मुल्क के लिए क्या कंट्रीब्यूट करेंगे. तो उसमें यू हैव टू गिव अ वेरी कॉन्क्रीट आंसर. आप ये कह सकते हैं यू कैन यूज डेटा एंड स्टेटिस्टिक्स टू टेल कि मेरे कंट्री में ये प्रॉब्लम है. दिस स्टडी शोज दैट, मान लीजिए आपको चाइल्ड राइट्स में आपको इंटरेस्ट है, so you can quote a study saying that such and such study says that for 50% of children in India suffer from malnourishment. So after having studied this course, I want to work for a government organization which works for children's health and help improve child malnourishment in India. तो इस तरह का डेटा और स्टैटिस्टिक्स दे के आपको बताना है कि मैं कोर्स पढ़ने के बाद ये इस तरह से अपनी कंट्री के लिए हेल्प करूंगा. सो यू शुड हैव वेरी गुड डेटा सपोर्टेड आंसर्स इन योर स्कॉलरशिप एप्लीकेशन. Then they will ask, can you give us examples of some leadership qualities that you have shown? तो उसमें आपको दिखाना चाहिए, you have to give concrete examples कि मैंने इस situation में अपना leadership skills दिखाया. You must give concrete examples, ठीक है. और स्कॉलरशिप एप्लीकेशन में बहुत बार क्या होता है कि कुछ क्वेश्चंस हमें एक ही तरह का लगता है, हमें लगता है कि ये एक ही सवाल पूछ रहा है. बट प्लीज नोट दैट यू शुड नॉट रिपीट योर आंसर्स. आपने अगर क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 का आंसर कुछ लिखा है, सेम आंसर क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 के लिए रिपीट मत कीजिए. ओके, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दैट ऑल द क्वेश्चंस आर आस्किंग सेपरेट इंफॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम यू. तो उन क्वेश्चंस को अच्छे से पढ़िए, आंसर्स को अच्छे से लिखिए, आंसर्स को बार बार रीराइट कीजिए, उसको एडिट कीजिए, प्रूफ रीड कीजिए कि कोई स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक तो नहीं है, कोई ग्रामेटिकल एरर तो नहीं है. ठीक है, तो स्कॉलरशिप एप्लीकेशन जल्दबाजी में मत भरिए, लास्ट डेट के एक दिन पहले मत भरिए. प्लीज फिल इट अप मच अहेड ऑफ टाइम. और हर स्कॉलरशिप एप्लीकेशन में बहुत टाइम रहता है, एटलीस्ट मिनिमम 1 महीना टाइम रहता है. So please use all your time and fill up your scholarship applications diligently. और अपने स्कॉलरशिप एप्लीकेशन को किसी और से भी प्रूफ रीड करवाइए, उनसे भी सजेशंस मांगिए, ठीक है, बिकॉज योर स्कॉलरशिप एप्लीकेशन इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट, बिकॉज यूजुअली अगर आपके ग्रेजुएशन में मार्क्स ठीक ठाक हैं, आपको अपने सब्जेक्ट के बारे में नॉलेज है, ठीक है, तो आपको यूनिवर्सिटी में एडमिशन मास्टर्स डिग्री के लिए मिल जाएगा, बट द स्कॉलरशिप इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट, क्योंकि स्कॉलरशिप बहुत कम्पिटिटिव होता है। और ये मैंने जितने स्कॉलरशिप्स के नाम लिखे हैं ये सारे फुल्ली फंडेड स्कॉलरशिप्स हैं। सो व्हाट डज फुल्ली फंडेड मीन? दैट दे विल टेक केयर ऑफ ऑल योर एक्सपेंसेस, आपको अपने जेब से ₹1 नहीं लगाना है। सो जब आप कोर्स पढ़ने जाएंगे, दे विल पे योर फ्लाइट टिकट्स, आपके सारे ट्यूशन फीस ये पे कर देंगे, और पर मंथ आपको एक स्टाइपेंड मिलेगा जिससे आप अपने वहां पे रहने का खर्चे निकाल सकते। स्टाइपेंड इज गुड इनफ, मतलब यू कैन यूज दैट मनी एंड सेव मनी फ्रॉम देयर आल्सो। तो कोई भी गवर्नमेंट या कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आपके पीछे इतना पैसा खर्च कर रहा है तो जाहिर सी बात है वो स्कॉलरशिप पाने का कंपटीशन बहुत टफ होगा। सो प्लीज prepare well for your scholarship applications, draft your applications very well, draft them ahead of time, last date से पहले मत कीजिए, do it well ahead of time, ठीक है। and to make your profile better for getting, आप बहुत पहले से तैयारी कीजिए। मान लीजिए आप 2022 में अप्लाई करना चाहते हैं तो अभी से उसकी तैयारी शुरू कीजिए। एंड हाउ डू यू मेक योर प्रोफाइल मच बेटर? आप अलग अलग इंटर्नशिप्स कीजिए अपने सब्जेक्ट से रिलेटेड, ठीक है, कुछ एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज में पार्टिसिपेट कीजिए। ऑनलाइन बहुत सारे मैगजीन्स हैं, वहाँ पे अपने आर्टिकल्स पब्लिश कीजिए। मान लीजिए आप लोग पॉलिटिकल साइंस के स्टूडेंट है तो कोई पॉलिटिकल इशू है उस पर आर्टिकल लिखिए, पब्लिश करवाइए, ठीक है। आपके वैकेशंस के टाइम में किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ इंटर्नशिप कीजिए पॉलिटिकल साइंस से रिलेटेड इशू पे, ठीक है, और ये चीज़ें अपने सीवी में डालिए, ठीक है। तो इससे क्या होगा, आपका प्रोफाइल बहुत मजबूत होगा एंड यू पीपल विल बी इन अ मच बेटर पोजीशन टू गेट द स्कॉलरशिप। एंड वन फाइनल थिंग अबाउट सीवी, सीवी आपको हर एप्लीकेशन के साथ लगाना है। सीवी से रिलेटेड देयर इज समथिंग दैट यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड कि सीवी का एक स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मेट है, उसी फॉर्मेट को आपको फॉलो करना है। क्या है वो सीवी फॉर्मेट? आई एम टाइपिंग ऑन द चैट। इट शुड बी 2 pages long, not more than 2 pages, not more than 2 pages, Times New Roman font, 12 font size and 1.5 line spacing, okay। तो इस पैटर्न में आपको सीवी बनाना है। इट शुड नॉट बी मोर देन 2 pages, it should be in Times New Roman font, 12 font size and 1.5 line spacing, ठीक है। So this was briefly the information that I wanted to share about। हाँ, एक और चीज जो मैं कहना भूल गया कि जो मैंने एकदम शुरू में अपने प्रेजेंटेशन के बारे में जो मैंने कहा था IELTS टेस्ट, प्लीज जब भी आप अप्लाई करें सबसे पहले IELTS टेस्ट देके खत्म कर लीजिए उसको। क्यों मैं ये बात कह रहा हूँ कि बिना IELTS टेस्ट का आपके यूनिवर्सिटी आपको अनकंडीशनल ऑफर नहीं देगा। अनकंडीशनल ऑफर मतलब आपके पास पूरा चांस मिल गया है उस यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ने के लिए। 2 तरह के ऑफर्स होते हैं, अनकंडीशनल एंड कंडीशनल। कंडीशनल ऑफर मतलब ये है कि आपको उस यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ने का ऑफर दिया जा रहा है लेकिन कोई पर्टिकुलर चीज मिसिंग है जो वो जब तक आप पूरा नहीं करेंगे तब तक आपको अनकंडीशनल ऑफर नहीं मिलेगा। तो वो यूजुअली IELTS टेस्ट होता है। और अगर आपके पास अनकंडीशनल ऑफर नहीं है, यू वोंट बी अलाउड टू अप्लाई टू द स्कॉलरशिप्स। तो इसलिए आप सबसे पहले IELTS टेस्ट दे लीजिए, उससे फारिग हो जाइए, then apply to your universities and then apply to the scholarships simultaneously. This is the process that you should follow. And please take a copy or use your MS Word document and write everything down. आपके पास सारी चीजें, सारा इंफॉर्मेशन एक जगह होना चाहिए ताकि you don't run around for things. You should be very well organized. क्योंकि आप समझिए कि ये बाहर अप्लाई करने का प्रोसेस काफी लंबा होता है एंड इट इज वेरी हेक्टिक। देयर विल बी डेडलाइंस, देयर विल बी लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, ठीक है। सो प्लीज कीप योरसेल्फ वेल ऑर्गेनाइज्ड। एक कॉपी में लिस्ट बनाते जाइए कि मैंने ये यूनिवर्सिटी चूज किया है, ये कोर्स के लिए अप्लाई किया है, ये स्कॉलरशिप है, इसमें अप्लाई करने का लास्ट डेट ये है। ये सारी चीजें आपके पास एट द at your fingertip hona chahiye, all right, so that you can always look back and see what you have to do, because deadlines will keep coming one after another, so you cannot afford to miss any deadline. And always try applying to as many scholarships as possible, so that your chances of getting a scholarship is improved. Okay, so these are some of the things that I wanted to say. If you have any questions, I am ready to answer them. Thank you very much once again.
I have one question.
Mr. Gulzar, kindly mute yourself. You can ask your questions in the chat box. Sir, you may proceed, sir.
The first question is, what is the difference between a CV and a resume? There isn't much difference between a CV and resume. Resume is required more when you apply to jobs. A CV is more, resume is more actually an employment related thing. There isn't really very tight difference between them. Next is there a fee required when applying to scholarships? No, usually there is no fee required when applying to scholarships. Most of the scholarships, in fact, all the scholarships that I have mentioned have no fee. There are some universities which charge an application fee, but you can always leave out those universities. Leave out those universities and apply to those which do not have any application fee. It doesn't make much difference. Okay, and most of the universities do not have any application fee. There are some which do, but most don't. Next question is, what is IELTS? IELTS is an English language test that you have to appear in for applying to courses abroad. You can Google about the test. There are various kinds of IELTS tests. That the test that you have to take is called IELTS Academic. You can just Google IELTS Academic and you'll find all the information there. Difference between IELTS and TOEFL. TOEFL is required mostly for the US. IELTS is required for all English-speaking countries except US. So if you want to apply to England, you will need an IELTS. If you want to apply to New Zealand, you will need an IELTS. If you want to apply to Canada, you will need an IELTS, etc., etc. MA Geography, same thing, just you have to go to Google, type MA Geography best. So let me show you. Let me share my screen. So if you don't know which university to look at, all you should do is just go to Google and type best universities for MA Geography in UK. All right. So this is giving you an information. University of Cambridge, University of St. Andrews, University of Oxford, London School of Economics, Durham University. So let's say I want to, these are 5 options they are giving me, and all these universities are really good. So let's say I want to study MA Geography at Durham. So what will I do? I'll go to Google, I'll type MA Geography, comma, Durham University. Okay, I'll just type this. So this will take me directly to the university's website where there is information about MA Geography. ये डरहम यूनिवर्सिटी का वेबसाइट है, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ जियोग्राफी, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट स्टडी. ठीक है, तो ये इन लोगों का टॉप मास्टर्स है, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट कोर्सेज है, ओके, इन जियोग्राफी. So they have a course in risk masters. This is about disaster management and all. तो आप इसके बारे में सारी information you can find it about the course. So if you go to overview, you'll get an overview of the course in detail. इसको सब हर, please look at the course in detail option. Okay, so course structure and content, this will give you the modules that you study. Okay, these are the course modules that you will study. These are core modules, means compulsory modules, and elective modules means optional modules. Okay, so इस तरह से you can look for your courses. All right. What about those students who have low GPA scores in their bachelor for scholarship? If you have a low GPA score, the way of compensating it is to do a lot of internships and publications and online short-term courses. So let's say you can do online short-term courses on Coursera, you can do online short-term courses, various universities offer short-term courses. So do those courses, do some internships, do some publications. That is how you can improve your chances of getting the scholarship if you have a low GPA. Okay, do Ivy League universities also provide these scholarships? Yes, most of them do, but again, you have to look at the university's website. So when you search for any course, you will find an option in that over there saying fees and funding. Okay, या फिर scholarships, इस तरह का कुछ option रहेगा university के website पे. So go to that section, you will find all the information about the university. I have also already talked about IELTS. Can I get scholarship in Middle Eastern countries like Qatar, UAE, Kuwait, etc.? I'm sorry, I don't have much knowledge about the Middle Eastern countries. You have to search about them. I mostly have knowledge about Europe, UK, and the US. These scholarships are applicable for the universities. Yes, it is applicable for studying in these universities for doing master's and PhD program. Nehru Fulbright scholarship. I know about this scholarship. I've heard about this scholarship, but I'm afraid I don't have much idea about it. Please, you can Google about it, or I can find out the information and share with the Political Science Club members, and they can pass it on to you. I'm in second year right now when I should be preparing for my IELTS. So one thing about IELTS is that the IELTS score is valid for 2 years. Okay, so let's say अगर आपने 2021 में टेस्ट लिया है तो आपका स्कोर 2023 तक वैलिड रहेगा. सो इतना पहले मत टेस्ट दीजिए कि आपका स्कोर ही इनवैलिड हो जाए. If you are planning to apply abroad in the next 2 years, then you can start preparing now. But if you do not have plans of applying abroad in the next 2 years, then you can start preparing a little later. What kind of elements you have to inculcate in your CV to make it impressive or attractive one? So first thing in your CV is you talk about your academic record. So first thing, things to keep in your CV. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right now you are audible.
Okay. So the things that you have to put in your CV are a CV for things to put in your CV. So the first thing is 2-line summary about yourself. Then you write academic record. Then you can type in you have work experience, then awards and prizes, and co-curricular activities. Okay, so these are the things that you put in your CV. And like I said earlier, आपका CV 2 पेज से ज़्यादा बड़ा नहीं होना चाहिए. And Times New Roman 12 font size 1.5 line spacing. Okay. How to prepare for this? No, not really. No, the accent isn't that much of an issue. जो आपका natural accent है, please speak in English in that accent. Do not try to use a fake accent. Because अगर आप वो करेंगे, वो तभी पकड़ में आ जाता है. So जो आपका natural English accent है, speak in that accent. बस ensure कीजिए कि you are speaking correct English, कि आपकी grammar सही है, आप सही वर्ड बोल रहे हैं, प्रोनाउंसिएशन सही कर रहे हैं, एक्सेंट जो इंसान का नेचुरली जो एक्सेंट होता है वही होगा. So you cannot change your accent, and please do not put on a fake accent. London School of Economics is one of the best universities, not only in UK but in the world. It is like brilliant, and it has a very competitive admission procedure. If you get through that university, आँख बंद करके वहाँ पे चले जाइए. It's one of the best universities in the world. What is the procedure of IELTS exam about conducting agency or board? So IELTS is owned by 3 agencies: University of Cambridge, IDP, and the British Council. If you want to apply for an IELTS exam, just go to Google and type. मैं दिखा देता हूँ स्क्रीन शेयर करके. Is my screen visible?
No, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So just go to Google and write apply for IELTS academic test. Okay. So you just type it in Google. So you will have ये British Council का website है, IELTS registration. Okay. यहाँ पे आप जाएंगे. You can, और यहाँ पे देखिए which version of IELTS is right for me. You have to choose IELTS academic. So अगर आप फॉरेन कंट्री में पढ़ने के लिए जा रहे हैं, आपको IELTS academic देना है. IELTS जनरल चाहिए होता है अगर आप फॉरेन कंट्री में जॉब पर्पस के लिए रिलोकेट कर रहे हैं या माइग्रेट कर रहे हैं, तो आप लोगों के लिए एप्लीकेबल होगा IELTS academic. So just go to book IELTS academic. Okay, choose a country. Your country will be India. So you have chosen India. Then okay, it does not have a test center right now because COVID के लिए अभी टेस्ट हो नहीं रहे हैं इंडिया में. But whenever it is, पहले आप इंडिया चूज करेंगे, नेक्स्ट आप चूज लोकेशन करके आपको शहर चूज करना है. मान लीजिए यूजुअली मेजर मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटीज में IELTS टेस्ट होता है, दिल्ली में, कोलकाता में, बॉम्बे में. सो यू चूज योर लोकेशन, फिर वो दिखाएगा कि इस डेट पे कितने सीट्स अवेलेबल है. अकॉर्डिंगली यू कैन चूज and then pay the fees, and you can appear in your IELTS test like that. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Just type apply for IELTS academic test and in Google, and it will take you there. बस याद रखिए कि IELTS academic is the one that is applicable for you.
Sir, good evening. Sir, this is me, Faisal. May I ask one question?
Yes.
Actually, I am applying for this year. So I'm a student of 12th grade applying for graduation. So I do found that there is no need. Means this year we have been regulated not to appear. If you're not IELTS or sat anything, then you will get the chance to get admission there. So
yes, I mean a lot of universities have waived off IELTS and GRE because of the COVID situation. So if the university is telling you that you don't need to appear for the IELTS test, then you don't have to. But please confirm it with the university first. Does LSC take in?
Sir, can you please tell me which is the best decision to apply? Early decision or regular decision? What is the difference between both of them? Actually, I'm confused regarding that.
Sorry, apply to what? Sorry.
Early decision and regular decision. It has been notified. So you have to choose any both of them which you want to apply. So which we should choose?
I think regular is fine.
Kindly put your questions in the chat box.
Okay. Next question is, does LSC take entrance test for economics students? Are you asking for master's degree programs at LSC? You can state that. If you are asking about master's degree, then to the best of my knowledge, LSC does not take any entrance test. What it requires is a SOP, statement of purpose, which I told you. And LSC usually has a little longer SOP requirement. दूसरे universities में usually 1000 word के SOPs मांगते हैं. LSC usually asks for 1200 or 1500 word SOPs. Okay, can I apply for philosophy at Oxford? Yes, definitely you can. I'm guessing you want to apply for master's degree, and definitely you can. I don't know if there are many students who want to apply to undergraduate degrees, that is BA, BSc. But the thing with undergraduate degrees is that most universities does not have funding for undergraduate programs, especially for international students. So you will have to check whether it has funding or not. Can I get 100% scholarship with 7 something CGP and having a lot of, and in which country should I be applying, as I am a student of English literature? Yes, see, it is difficult to say whether you will be getting 100% scholarship or not, because there is no one set criteria for getting a scholarship. It is very subjective. But I would say, what I would say is that you keep improving your profile, do things that you think will make your application stronger, and like I said, apply for the scholarship applications as early as possible, and write your scholarship answers very well. Okay, and all the scholarships that I mentioned above are all fully funded. They cover all your costs. Is political science course available in LSE? Yes, it is. Actually, the full name of LSE is London School of Economics and Political Science. So there are political science courses in LSE. Final year, political science. Nida Fatima, which scholarship are you asking for? I'm guessing anyone is eligible for applying to scholarships as long as they fulfill the scholarship conditions. So please have a look at it. Can I apply for PhD? Yes, definitely you can apply for PhD if you have finished your master's degree. But one thing I'll say is that British and European universities, they do not have much scholarship for PhD students, those who are in humanities and social sciences. So अगर आप history के student हैं, political science के student हैं, sociology के student हैं, English literature के student हैं, usually इन subjects में PhD UK में बहुत PhD में funding बहुत कम मिलता है UK में. So it is better to apply for PhDs in the US and Canada. They have a lot of funding. So if you are seeking to apply for PhD programs, then it's better to apply to US and Canada because they have more funding. But the downside with US and Canada's PhD programs is that there the PhD programs is of 5 years, whereas in England and Europe, it is of 4 years. What about visa proceedings? You can take help of there are a lot of organizations that help you with visa. They can help you with that because that is a little technical matter. So there are a lot of organizations you can search on Google, or you can directly do it on yourself. You can just go onto the website and type, let's say, student visa in the UK. If you type like that in Google, you will find all the information. And usually all the universities also have visa proceeding regulations. And once you get an admission offer from the university, they will also tell you how to apply for a visa. Can I apply in more than one course? Yes, absolutely. You can apply in as many courses as you want. Can one get job immediately after completing his or her master's from abroad? So about jobs, the thing is that by immediately, it depends on a lot of factors. So the first thing that you have to do is, once you go there to study, please, the universities organize a lot of job fairs and campus placement sessions. Please sit for those campus placement and job fairs. People get lots of jobs through those. Sometimes your professor, if your professor is very impressed with your work, they will recommend you for some jobs. A lot of jobs are shared via email, and even after you come back to India, if you come back to India, actually it will put you in a much better position than your competitors. So yes, you can get a job, but you have to work a little hard and you have to be a little smart for that. You have to keep an eye on the job emails and the job fairs that are going on. Approximately how many students get these scholarships? Is there any fixed number or any limited number of seats? The problem with this is that the scholarship giving organizations never disclose the number of scholarships, so we can only speculate. So जिस साल मैं गया था, कॉमनवेल्थ स्कॉलरशिप इंडिया से 43 लोगों को मिला था, 43 people. I also got the Chevening Scholarship, and that year 66 people from India got the Chevening Scholarship from all over India. So you can speculate from that. What steps he will take to get himself into university and for scholarship. So if you don't have extracurricular activities, do some internships, do some publications, do some online short-term courses, Coursera वगैरह से आप लोग courses करते रहिए, ठीक है? Do these things so that your profile can be improved. Can US and UK give funding to MBA course? Yes, most of the scholarships that I have mentioned, they cover MBA courses also.
I guess all of the questions were addressed. I hope each and every one of you have found your answers. All the best for your future plans. Hope you get into your dream universities. Thank you so much, sir, for addressing all the questions. Now we have Ms. Toshifa. Ms. Toshifa, you may proceed with the vote of thanks. Ms. Toshifa, over to you.
Thank you so much, Irat, for giving me this golden opportunity to deliver the vote of thanks to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Riyad Azam. John F. Kennedy rightly said, as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Good evening, beautiful folks. I, Toshiba Shaheen, on behalf of Political Science Club, Aligarh Muslim University, deem it as a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks to our dignified and esteemed chief guest, Dr. Riyad Azam. I, from the bottom of my heart, want to express my heartfelt thanks to the chief guest for gracing with his presence and giving a valuable insight on the theme foreign education and scholarship. We highly appreciate you for accepting our invitation and taking some time out from your busy schedule and enlightening us with your knowledge. I'm pretty sure the precious knowledge that you have given us today will definitely help us in our near future and also in our studies. Thank you very much, sir. We look forward to many such events with you in near future. So beautiful people, an event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and a bird's eye for details. We have been backed enough by very motivated and dedicated colleagues of Political Science Club who know their job and are result-oriented. So finally, I would like to take this opportunity to place on record my heartfelt thanks to all the panel members present over here for organizing such an informative webinar and also making this webinar a grand success. I'm also grateful to all the lovely audience for being very patient and kind. This would have not been possible without you people. So finally, my dear beautiful people, I once again thank all of you for being a part of this grand event. Hope to have your presence in the next webinar as well. Till then, stay safe, be healthy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Toshiba. This is the time where I remind each and everyone kindly fill out their forms. With this being said, thank you, Ms. Toshiba, as well for working so hard so these kinds of webinars are fruitful. Thank you so much, Dr. Riyad Azam, for addressing all the questions and making this webinar a fruitful one.
Thank you.
With this being said, I guess this is the end of the webinar. I hope to see each and everyone in the next upcoming webinars as well. Till the next time, stay safe so we can learn together, lead together. Audience members, before taking a leave, kindly fill out all the forms. This is a requirement, kindly do that. Sir, if you want to say something, you can.
Thank you very much for inviting me to this program. And I'm really happy to see the students of political science taking this initiative. I wish the Political Science Club best of luck. And every one of you who wants to apply abroad and wants to study abroad, I wish you best of luck. If you have any further queries, please feel free to email me. I'll try my best to address them and wish you all the best with your studies and everything. And thank you so much once again for having me here.
Thank you so much, sir. All the best for your future plans as well.
Thank you.
Dear audience, you may take a leave now.
Thank
But
you.
do
Allah
kindly
Hafiz.
fill the forms. Take care, sir.
Okay, I'm sharing my email ID because somebody asked me to.
Yeah, sure.
So if you have any further queries, please feel free to mail me at this email address, and I'll try my best to address. And somebody asked about often the Nehru Fulbright Scholarship and studying in Middle Eastern countries. I'm sorry, I do not have the information about them right now. I'll try to find out those information and share with the Political Science Club members so that they can pass it on to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Means
Thank
a
you
lot.
once. Okay, bye.
Take care, sir. Goodbye. Audience members, you may take a leave now. And do follow our different social media handles. We will be having many such webinars